give Old Dominion credit when that game, that second half, we kind of separated a little bit. I think we went up 11. Giving them some credit. I guess, what their team is. They're a team that, defends you and plays with some toughness. In the last 13, 14 minutes of that game, they made all those plays. They were tougher than we were. They made those effort plays. They kept going in transition. And basically, there wasn't but 3 guys scored for them. The point guard had 2 points at halftime. He's our leading scorer. He comes out, again, I don't remember where it happened. I wasn't watching, but he made the first 3 of the second half. He gets 16 in the second half. And we had a hard time guarding Tally all day long. Man, he jumped up and made shots. And I said this after watching Marshall. I thought they were a better team second half, and I told some of you guys, or told you this, I thought they were a better team without Stiff. The reason why? They spread that floor and let those other guys play off that bounce. Those other guys became a factor. That's why they scored 45 points second half against Marshall, which was their season high. Playing quicker, not throwing that ball to the post as much, spreading that floor a little bit and letting Tally and Stiff and, Carver play. But when you go up 11, you got to be tough enough as a team, offensively and defensively, put a foot on somebody's throat and keep it there. And we didn't do it. I thought our demeanor changed. I thought we were a little bit relaxed. And there was a couple plays you guys saw that was uncharacteristic of us, throwing a little flip lob up from our knees. Forget that. Then I know we're up 6, and we foul that 3-point shooter out there. Carver makes a 3-point game. That 11 points disappeared in a hurry. Then they got some confidence. And, we struggled then from the foul line. When you're battling back, you go 10 for 18. I'm not for sure how many one-on-ones. How many one-on-ones were there? I remember there were some, but you go 10 for 18 in a game you're battling for. We don't have enough room for margin for error to do that against good teams. And again, Old Dominion's a good team. Questions? They were up 6 first. They beat us 6 first half, beat us 6 second half for 12. Our rebound is 12. That's always a toughness category. First thing I look at. Yeah, it's a toughness area. Little backboards. And they beat us there.
Does it help in the long run, though? Tell your guys you got to be that much better, hang with a team like that?
Well, you take the positives from whatever it is. Like Hal just said, and he's right. And like I told this Hal, hey Hal, it may not happen again. As he said, we're not used to playing from ahead. And we're not. We've had very few games we've been ahead. And again, may not be many more we're ahead. But that's why you got to play the same way every possession. And again, like I said, I just think, without looking at the tape, a couple plays that were made out there was kind of uncharacteristic with us once we went up 11.
You take something away like this to teach them that toughness so they can't step
Hey, that's what you try to do. You take away things, positive things that, and we talked about before the game. That's kind of what I hear of everybody's first time I've seen them play. Their DNA or MO is they're going to defend you and play with toughness. And that was kind of our challenge, and I think the big key to the game. And I think that was our biggest key to the game. And I think that key was what got us second half.
What makes Tally such a hard guy to guard?
Number one, he jumps up on that jump shot. You can't contest it. And he hadn't played like this. It started second half against Marshall. I mean, that's the first time he's really been turned loose. He's averaging, 10 a game? But when Stiff went down, like I said, it changed his demeanor, changed that team's demeanor. And one-on-one, he was hard to guard, no matter who we put on him. Q, Jabari, and you keep him getting the rim. He pulled up and made that 17-foot jumper, and he jumped up high on it. I mean, we tried to contest it and still couldn't get up top of his jump.
Are you still learning as well at this point in the year about who you can put out there?
Listen.
sleep.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be learning all year long, but there'll never be excuses for not learning. I mean, learning is when you get up 11, you got to be tough enough to keep a foot on somebody's throat. That's the biggest learning lesson you got to be able to do. You can't let it change your demeanor. So as good as we were getting up 11, we got up 11 now. That's why they play 40 minutes. Can't take the ball and go home when you get up 11. If it was get up 10, call the game, we've been in good shape. Just like us, we've been down 10 on the road. Kept fighting, found ways to get back. So that's what we got to take from it. And again, we just got to keep grinding. And again, we can't leave many free throws at that line we're leaving right now. That's just tough for us. We're just not good enough to overcome that consistently.
Rick,
Yes, sir.
I think there was about a stretch, might have been like 10 minutes and 10 seconds, you didn't get a field goal. Did you think they were quality shots that just didn't go in, or did you think there were some questionable shot selections?
Well, I'd have to look at that stat. Even though it wasn't a field goal, there was a bunch of free throws, which means we were getting fouled. So it wasn't like we went 10 and a half minutes and didn't get a shot at the basket. In those 10 and a half minutes, I'd be curious to know, of those 18 free throws we shoot, most of them are in that stretch right there. And you go 10 for 18 in that stretch. And again, one or two 1-and-1s for sure.
Played a few tonight, even though losing that, but still 24 points from being on.
Q shot the ball and helped us get up 11. I mean, we were playing pretty good compared to who we are. I mean, we just didn't finish the game. I mean, for 25 minutes, we got up 11. We were pretty good, but you got to finish it, man. You got to finish it, and we didn't do that, and we let little Carver get going. I think when we were up 6, we bailed him out on a 3-point shot, made all 3 free throws. He goes to 3-point then, and that's a whole new game then.
Junior played 30 minutes, didn't score, had 5 turnovers. What does he have to do to improve his abilities?
Well, he's just got to keep battling. They guarded him. They got up into him, and deflected several passes, feeding the post out front. We know that's been well talked about and well documented. He don't make any turnovers on purpose. Everybody understand that. He's a great kid, and he was in there when we went up 11 now. Remember that? He was in that game first 5 minutes of that second half when we went up 11. So he was doing some good things. And if you're asking me, would I rather him not turn that basketball over? 5 turnovers? I would. And in particular when you're battling back. I know a couple of them came there in front of our bench feeding that post. But again, give Old Dominion some credit. They exposed a couple things, and that's who they are anyway. Anything else? Any more? Got it?
Thank you, Coach.
All right.